There's that tremendous image from the Pied Piper. When the Pied Piper leads all the children into the hill, there's one lame child left outside. Seems like a tremendous description of the human condition. Maybe it's a part of being human that you can never quite keep up with the dance. And the universe wanted to find out what would it be like if there was a part of it that just couldn't keep up with it and felt exiled all the time, and that could appreciate that beauty from the outside. What do our failures look like? What do our limps look like, with that vision, that imagination? I'm going to finish with this poem. This is from the Himalayas. It's called The Faces of Braga. And it's an experience of going into a temple there and seeing these incredible faces on these wooden statues. And the wooden statues are of bodhisattvas, which are the equivalent of Buddhist saints. The bodhisattva in the Buddhist tradition is someone who has decided right on the threshold of nirvana, of heaven, to turn round and go back into human life and help everyone else go in before he or she will go in. And one of the Buddhist vows is that sentient beings are numberless, I vow to save them. Sentient beings. In other words, it's impossible that I'm going to do it. I'm going to try anyway. Sentient beings are numberless, I vow to save them. And so, in this temple are these wooden statues. When you see them, you see this incredible life in these wooden faces. It's just as if the people who carved them were absolute initiates, and they put the silence and the self-compassion that was in their own bodies into the wood. And we were led into this place by an old lay monk. And the place is kind of falling down a little bit. It's been in decline for a while, but it's still whole. The roof's still dry and all the rest. And the interior is marvelous. And it's 11,000 feet up in the Marcianda River Valley on the northeast side of Annapurna. And so you go in, and from this brilliant light of the glacier out in the valley, you're led into this vestibule, and as you go in, your eyes suddenly become used to the dark for a little, and you see this incredible guardian figure. Vajrapani means diamond water. Has the cutting edge of water, and you can drown in it too. And it's this figure with an upraised spear pointed directly at you, and it's with one hand, and with the other hand it's drinking from a skull cup, blood from a skull cup, and it's trampling on a recumbent figure. The nearest thing we have to this in the West is a heavy mortgage. That when you're driving to work or going to, the spear is right over your shoulder there. Make those payments. And it's whatever part of life that weighs on you. But one of the interpretations of this, and I think it's a shallow interpretation of it, is that these things are there to keep your fears outside. You're supposed to leave your fears outside. My experience is they're there exactly to bring up the most difficult fear you have. When you see that, there's a little intake of breath, you go, as you see it, and it says, that one, take that one in. Everyone goes into the temple. Take the fading part of you in, take the fearful part of you in. And then underneath you see the golden Buddha waving you in, saying, come in, the mudra of beckoning, spirituality, the technology of the sacred here as you walk in through the door. And so we go in, you light the butter lamps, you look up, you see these faces. There's this astonishing feeling, this compassion and love in these wooden faces. Here we are with these mobile, soft, malleable faces, so often set against the world. So often set against the world. And here with these wooden faces with so much love and compassion. And I said, how can it be?